Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Football Man. I can't pretend to be happy. I can't. Look at this! So, the Hibernian have been making offers on Craig McGuffey during this transfer period. The first offer was for, I think, $84K. And I actually turned to Twitter, I'm like, it's a lot of money for our team. Our total, where's our finances over here? Our weekly budget is around $19,000 is what we spend on like wages and bonuses and things like that per week. So at $84K, you're looking at paying for about a full month of the team's wages. So that's a pretty significant sale. But, I went to Twitter and asked people, but I was like, no, I don't think we can sell him. I don't think we can sell him for any price. Craig McGuffey is going to be the backbone of our team. He's going to be fantastic. So I said no. So then a couple of days later, the Hibs came back, offered $130K. I said no. And a couple of days later, they come back, and the board goes over my head and accept an offer at $155,000. I can protest, and I do it. I'm like, you should reconsider selling him. Decided the offer's too good to be done. Lack of ambition is showing. Your showing is very disappointing. Labor point, your passion and the issue isn't unnoticed. You said, grant your request. Wait, what? So that means we're not selling Craig? It is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. It's a ton of cash. Yeah, sure, whatever. Do whatever you want. It's a ton of cash. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that's fantastic. And Craig himself is happy. He doesn't want to leave. I can't believe we managed to keep him. And maybe I should. At that point, an offer of $155,000, again, pays the wages for the entire team for 2 months. That's 1/6 of our wage budget that we could have made by transferring off Craig McGuffey. But I think there's more to come from him. Wow. All right, well, we've got a match against Livingston today. I thought I was going to come into this with a completely different tone. I actually wanted to talk about, before the whole Craig McGuffey thing came up, I actually had wanted to talk about our last game here against Dundee United in the Scottish Cup 4th round, which we didn't televise because it was away and it wasn't at least quarterfinals. It came out 0-0, which apparently in the Scottish Cup does not go to extra time or penalties. Instead, we have a replay, which is going to happen at home, so we've got to have a second crack at that. What was dramatic about this one is the number of injuries that occurred in this match. I guess it's not shown on the timeline here, but we actually had 4 people get injured in this match over here. I can't remember. Was it 4 or 3? I don't remember. But first of all, there was this really brutal, there was a beautiful pass from Daryl Fortis to right in front of Craig McGuffey from 3 inches from the net. It was 100% going to be a goal. And then one of the Dundee United players shoved Craig from behind. He went flipped over. No card given at all by the referee. It did result in a foul, which meant a penalty kick that Ryan Stevenson took and missed. And you can see Ryan's rating for this match, 5.9. Really terrible showing throughout, which is why I subbed him out at the 54th minute over here, because he was just doing very, very, very poorly. I think missing the penalty might have broken his morale that game. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was incredibly disappointing, and I can't believe that there wasn't a card given at that point. And then the game goes on longer, and in the second half, we had Vincent LeBaron getting injured. So I slide Craig McGuffey back to Vincent LeBaron's left wing and put in a Jamie Thomas as the striker. And then, and you can see here, 9 minutes later, Craig McGuffey gets injured, so we have to sub him out as well. So now all of a sudden we're out of subs. Then Calum Crane takes a gash to the head. At none of these events was a yellow card given. There was 1 yellow card to Dundee in the first half on Wello Flood over here, and that's it. all these injuries, some of which are still lingering at this point, because we're gonna be short. We're not gonna have Vincent LeBaron in here. Looks like Craig McGuffey is fully bounced back. I don't think he had like a no, he did have something, but it was like 1 to 2 days, like bruised ankle or something like that. Really, really, really dirty play going on here. Gary Fraser's still injured from before, but like it was a really disappointing match. I was upset we didn't win, but I was really upset about all the injuries, and I was afraid that it was going to hurt us on the next match. And this is Livingston. This is they were the 10th rank. I think they just bumped up a little bit. No, 10th rank team over here. See, and like Dundee United's the 9th ranked team. We should have crushed them, but I don't know. There was something weird going on in that Dundee United match, because we definitely should have crushed them. But yeah, we're going to be doing Livingston today. They're the 10th rated team. We're going to go ahead and we're going to bop out Vincent LeBaron here. I suspect we're going to have to play Craig McGuffey as a striker. Now we could, that's right, I loaned out Steven Kinsella because I got an offer to loan him out, and they were going to cover his entire salary. So I'm like, that's fine, because I can always cancel the loan if it turns out like we're desperately needing a replacement player here. But we're not going to need it right now. So this is exactly perfect, because he's still going to exist as a backup, but he's still going to train up. I think I will slide Craig McGuffey over to the wing, and I will simply start Jamie Thomas, and we'll make sure that Tom Pope's available as an extra striker over here. Next up, we got to figure out what other kind of substitutions we may want to have available to us, because we do have some pretty good players available in a few different roles. We don't have someone else who can play on the wing available. Well, that's not true. Alan Forrest could play on the left wing. He's not as comfortable. That's okay. We've got a substitute in here for Ryan Stevenson. We've got the substitute in here for Daryl with Alan Forrest. That's going to be fine. Robbie Crawford can be subbed by Ross Docherty, who could also sub in Andy Gagan, which is probably okay. I don't think we need dual redundancy over there. On the left, we do not have someone who can sub in on the left right now. We might want to bring in Paddy Boyle. I don't know who we're going to replace him with, though, because Tom can do both of the middles, and then Tony over there. I guess if anything happens to Caleb, either Daryl or Ricky can go on the left wing, and then we can always bring in someone there. Okay, so we seem to our substitute situation is relatively okay. Sharpness isn't bad, actually, other than Ross Docherty. It's not too rough overall. I mean, I don't like that our primary striker is below 90%. But that'll just have to do. Thomas, I could just play him as a false 9, but it's probably fine to just make him a target man. And honestly, he can just be an attack-minded target man. That's probably going to be okay. Maybe that's too many attacks. We'll make him support. He'll still take lots of shots, but he might not sit quite as deep. I want him to make sure that he's available and not, you know, covered too much. So we'll try something like that and see how it goes. Now, if the Hibs come in with yet another offer on Craig McGuffey, I'm sure the board will have to accept again. Now, I did set him up just as an auto, because the offers were coming in. What I set it to was transfer status. Oh, that got reset. That's interesting, because I had reset this to like 500,000 or something like that. Can I just like, yeah. Just unspecified. No asking price. I'll respond to it myself. No status set. Do nothing. I want to see what comes up. Confirm. There we go. I don't want to imply that he's for sale. Fitness test. Gary Fraser's failed his fitness test. He's still too injured. Vincent and Marcus Brown. I think Marcus was injured in practice. 45-minute limit. I could have Vincent be available in the sub, but I think I'm just going to rest him completely. I think that's going to be A-okay. What's our tactic set to? It should be control, a little bit more aggressive. Again, this is a 10th rated team. We're playing at home. We should be okay. Let's go ahead with this. Man, what? It's like a super dramatic first few minutes of this video, even before we get into a match here. How are we evenly matched, dude? We should be a favorite exactly like this, especially playing at home. It should be all right. Let's take a quick look at their strikers in case they're slow. Yeah, Danny Mullen is quite slow. How about Scott Wright? Scott Wright is speedy. Okay, so we will go ahead and very comfortably tightly mark Danny Mullen. And for Scott Wright, we'll just go ahead and close him down quickly if anything comes up. And we are the favorites. I'm going to be assertive about this. Keep our run going. Come on. Mood's good. Excellent. Jimmy Thomas a little less, but I think we're going to be okay. Whew. All right. Oh, one of the interesting stats that we haven't really looked at before, and I was reminded that this exists. I've watched a couple other Football Manager Let's Plays before. There's none I watch regularly right now, but I've watched a few here and there just to get an idea of how other people sort of like think and act in various things. And a few have pointed out there's a really interesting stat that's not shown by default in most of the grids, and that is goals per 90 minutes played. And that's really informative because it gives us a better hint as to who actually is the best performer. And the last time I checked, ooh, nice tackle, no penalty, excellent. Stevenson, ooh, gets taken away, that's too bad. The last time I checked, Jamie Thomas actually is leading with a goals per 90 minutes of something like 0.79. Oh no! A save, it is going to be a corner. But whereas Craig McGuffey was only at something like 0.56 or something like that. So a bit lower. And I think that's because of his extended dry spell, right? If we check those stats before the dry spell, then obviously he probably would have been well in the lead. And yeah, so that was a lot of the poacher thing. So hopefully, if we do get him to play as this false nine more and get some stuff going, maybe he'll record will go up. Meanwhile, Tom Pope was something around a 0.4 or something like that. So really not performing that well. And yeah, I'll try to be a little bit more aware of that. And we'll look at it next time between matches. Hopefully I'll remember. Maybe after this one, or maybe at the start of the next one. Of course, our next match will be the rematch against Dundee United. Now, I'm worried that with the rematch, that's going to add quite a bit of an extra match to our schedule, and hopefully it's not too hard on us. So, possession is 55-45, 6 minutes in. We're actually on key. That's amazing. There's been a lot of replays, despite the fact we were only on key replay. I'll go back to extended, because I like that for our series. Pass completion rate's quite poor. And actually, we've tried quite a few passes already here. I'm wondering... I don't remember if it was raining or not. Sorry, I know it's raining because it's dripping. I'm inside. I don't remember if it's windy or not. If it's really windy, it's possible that's what's interfering with some of our passing. We might want to switch to a shorter passing game. Really? Really? Control should still work. Maybe we want to be a little more defensive. I don't know. We're not getting our headers. We're not... I mean, there's only been 3 attempts, but, like, so far, all the stats are really poor. I don't know, is our team morale, like, down? No, I mean, we went in with good morale. Are people just being complacent? I don't think so. Daryl's not feeling it today. Maybe I can, like, tell him specifically to buck up. I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make. Looking frustrated. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't know if there's something I can see. Jamie and Daryl both look motivated. So you know what? Maybe I won't tell them anything. Because that's pretty good. All right. Ryan Stevenson with the ball. Gets it over to Fortis. Even though he had a lot of movement available. And he sends it far to Jamie Thomas. You know what I'm wondering? Is instead of having Jamie Thomas be a target man, let's put him as a false nine. Because maybe they're working too hard to send it up to him because he's the target man. And that's where a lot of these interceptions are coming in. All right, Craig McGuffey. You know, he's still... I mean, we discovered him. He was a winger. That was his role. And it was sometime, like, near the, I don't know, the final third of the last season, I think, where we're like, you know, maybe he could play as some sort of striker kind of thing. And that's where we, like, really started to fall in love with this guy. Whoa! Nice! Nice! Daryl Fortis evens it up. Congratulations. That's two home games in a row where Daryl Fortis scores. That's after a pretty long, like, drought where he wasn't scoring, although he may not have been on attack mentality the whole time. Plus, I think the target man instruction that we were normally running with Thomas and Pope means that I don't think that Daryl Fortis was getting the ball that often. And I think this is a better structure. I think playing our strikers a false nine is, come on, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? Oh, thank goodness. What's happening to our defense here? All right, I'm gonna go to a standard mentality. Get our defense to sit maybe a little bit deeper. I don't know. What? I can't believe that... Who is this? Crane. I can't believe you didn't pick up the ball there. But all right. Free kick. Savage just goes and picks it up. Excellent. Well done. We are being outshot. Now, it's only 20 minutes in. And, you know, it's only a 3-shot differential. I mean, I know it's 2-1, but it's only 3 shots. On targets and all that are about the same. Possessions evened up. Our pass completions got it better. All of our stats have gotten a bit better. Our header situation is still quite poor. You know what I should probably do is explicitly make sure we are using maybe some whipped crosses over here. Thomas doesn't get that. Thomas is relatively tall. He'll win a lot of those little header battles there, but I don't think it was right position. Ryan Stevenson sends it way deep, but no. Thomas... What? I was going to say Thomas never had a chance to get to it. Did they just sort of fumble the ball and forget about it? And Thomas like, well, if you're not on it, I'm going to take a kick. What an incredible defensive failure. An incredible defensive failure. I don't understand actually how that happened. I mean, I'll take it, don't get me wrong, but man, how mad would I be? How salty would I be if that had happened to us? I would be ready to yell like mad at the other at my players here. All right, Daryl Fortis got it wide. He holds on to the ball a fair bit. I think he may have had trouble getting on his feet or like getting vision what was going on. Impressive dodge of the slide tackle there. Again, I want to see that again. Ooh, that was a very fast rewind. Or was it? Oh no. I think I just misinterpreted because the camera moved so much. Look at that. Just a little hop. Beautiful stuff, man. Wonderful job. All right. I mean, it didn't lead to anything, but still. It's an opportunity. Geegan centers it to Crawford. Crawford's going to have to pass it back to someone. Where are you going? Looking for an opportunity, I guess. But you got a couple of people. To Stevenson, who's going to have to get rid of it quickly. Gets it to Thomas. Up to McGuffey. What? How is that not a foul? How is that not a foul? What the hell? I kind of don't want to rewind another play, but you guys on YouTube, rewind that shit. 100% bullshit. The guy gets tripped in the penalty box. How did we not get a penalty kick out of this? Beautiful kick attempt by Andy Geegan there. Ooh. Okay, that'll be a throw-in for us. Beautiful kick attempt. I mean, that's the sort of thing I would expect to see from Gary Fraser. Really nice attempt. Didn't result in anything, but, you know, 10 out of 10. Ricky Lammy's got a bruised head. How's he looking right now for quality? Oh, he's okay right now. He's at 85%. So it should be okay. He should be able to keep playing through it. There's a higher chance that he'll get subbed out, maybe. All right, way too high. Dangerous kick, though. That was really delivered with power. Definitely some risk. So we're still slightly behind on shots. I think that one counted as one of them, though. But we've definitely caught up. Possession slightly in our favor. Stats are good. McGuffey with the ball. Gets it up to Thomas. Thomas with the... A little off. Thomas does have good finishing, so there's a better chance they'll have accuracy there. But he did try it very fast and delivered with power, which I suspect adds to inaccuracy. But well worth a shot from time to time. Over to Andy Geegan, who can probably get up to Daryl Fortis. I was going to say, yep. Fortis is going to have to get it back to the center. Geegan, Crawford, to McGuffey. Going to definitely have to reset it back a little bit. We got a couple of people who might be offside there. There we go. Crawford. Up to McGuffey, who takes a shot. That might have been top left corner. And it's resulting in a corner kick for us, so can't complain about that outcome, really. Tied up on shots. Possession is growing more and more in our favor. We failed to do anything with that corner, but that's okay. Overall, I got to feel like I was worried about it. For like the first 20 minutes, it felt like we were playing worse. But now, it feels like we are the better team. And I'm very happy about that. Yeah, well played. Excellent. I'm going to be passionate about it. Keep it up. Excellent. Excellent. Jimmy Thomas, I think one of his mental traits must lead him to be a little less... He's got determination. Like, it feels like his morale falls down a lot. I don't know, maybe feel like he feels he doesn't score. I mean, he's got the 6.9 ratio. That's not bad. 6.4 down here for Kalen Crane isn't fantastic, but that's okay. How's Ricky Lammy doing with his head? Yeah, he's still at 85%. I think we're good to go. Keep up the same strat. I'll leave it on standard right now. Good balance between the aggression and defense. Again, I might like to be a little bit more aggressive because, again, we're at home, and in theory we should be a better team, but that seemed to have created... Wow! Well, now finally a foul gets called. Still wish we'd gotten that penalty. Okay, apparently that did not lead to anything. But we're once again in the offense. Ralston throwing it into Andy Geegan. Geegan seems to be dancing a little bit, hopping up and down. Crawford, Thomas, Stevenson. Ooh. I was hoping that people would be moving with a little bit of momentum there. It looked like that could have really been a scoring opportunity, but too much hesitation. Crawford, Thomas, can send it wide. No, you're not sending it wide. That's interesting. We got to exploit the flanks, but I don't know. It's not being sent to the wingers as much as I might expect, but I guess that's okay. Stevenson does have to try a big kick from outside the penalty box, but goes well wide here. Shots are even, possession about even. He's still got the bruised head it's talking about. Did he get another bruised head, or is this just a reminder? I'm wondering if we should sub him out just, you know, to make sure things don't get any worse. I mean, it's a little early still. But it's not like Tom Flanagan is a bad player. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. I'm okay with that. Let's just make sure that nothing weird happens as a result of this slightly bruised head, which isn't even showing up as a knock or anything like that. Center to Gigging. Stevenson. He's taking another long... Look, dude, I'm not feeling your long shots today. You're not Gary Fraser. If you're going to take the long shots, it's got to at least result in a corner. Del Magat taking a free kick. Centers it to McGuffey. McGuffey's not really well known for his headers, but that was well on target. The goalkeeper does see, figure it out, and that's, kudos to the goalkeeper, but excellent attempt by McGuffey, who he almost sold for £155,000. Still wonder if maybe I should have said yes. It's a lot of money for our team, but... Oh, it's just offside. I'm like, why is no one going to the ball? Because it's just stopped play. Ryan Stevenson, free kick. Hits the wall, but that's going to lead to a corner as well. 60 minutes in. I think I'll wait a little bit more before we take another sub. Magat tries to head it in. He gets his head on, but no accuracy on that. Still, continue with the out shooting. Possession now, 10% differential in possession is feeling pretty good. Craig McGuffey's getting a little bit tired. I think, well, yeah, who do we sub you with? It's actually not really ideal. Because I can bring in Alan Forrest, but he's not really comfortable playing on that wing so much. I think Craig McGuffey may end up having to finish the game out that way. And what I'm worried about is he's going to be too tired for whatever our next match is, which isn't that far away. Maybe I should just bring in Alan Forrest. Now, Alan, is there another role? Like, would you be more comfortable playing as an inside forward from that side? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So the inside forward is going to be a lot less crossing, a lot more carrying the ball into the middle, which makes his off-footedness and poor crossing not quite as much of a disadvantage from that flank. It's really not his ideal, but I think we're going to accept that. And I think our Doherty's sharpness is really low. That might be too low. Because he's going to be really prone to making mistakes. Because we're not that far ahead. Alright, let's just do this for now. We'll consider another sub maybe at the 75-minute mark. I'm really worried about our players being a little bit too tired. So it'd be nice to sub off our primaries. I should probably bring in Pope for Thomas, actually. And clears it aggressively. It's going to be a throw-in over here, but a throw-in's a lot easier to defend than a corner kick. Alright, some more subs on the other side. We've only got a 1-goal lead. Like, we don't have the game or anything, by far. Like, I still feel like the momentum's in our favor. I'd probably give us something like a 75% chance to come away with a win here. Or at least probably 75% chance to not lose. Andy Gagan has just been injured. Son of a bitch. Alright, well, I guess we're going to bring in Ross Crawford. The injuries that have been plaguing us the last few games is really, really harsh. Look at him go. Oh. Goes off injured. Yeah, absolutely. Completely down. Said he made contact with Ralston? I don't know. Did I not? Okay. I guess it didn't actually take the change. That's going to be fine. You can still be there. I'm going to encourage you to be... Oh, you're more comfortable as a support type. I'm going to change my mentality, be more counter. Just a little bit more defensively minded over here. That's going to be okay. Yeah, we'll pull back a fair bit on the aggression here. Stevenson, what? You're supposed to be an Ungaunch. Apparently somewhere along the way my tactic got changed a little bit. It's his best role. That might be why he's taking more shots or something like that, because he's really supposed to be looking for a lot of passes. I'm thinking Stevenson hasn't been playing his role correctly here. My bad, that got reset somewhere. Doherty, a beautiful shot right on target. There's a good chance that would have gone in. Again, it leads to a corner, but I'm going to say that probably goes in at least half the time. That seemed like to be delivered with a fair amount of force. Yeah, right to the middle goal. Magat with a beautiful header attempt there. Watson clears it. Stevenson crosses it back inside. It gets cleared again. It's going to be a throw-in for us. We're still going to be on the offense. We're out shooting them, out possession them. The possession game keeps moving more and more in our favor. Pass completions now up to 81%. So yeah, whatever was going on early in the game, it may have stopped raining actually at some point. That might be part of it. Ross Doherty to Thomas. Back to Doherty. He does try a shot. Gets deflected off a body, but Fortis is able to pick it up, which is good luck. Crawford, Forrest, delivered with power. Ooh, almost got the rebound again. It does get cleared out and opens up the opportunity for an offense, but no, we're able to get back there with some amount of speed. Really nice. Now that used, yeah, we've used all our subs because of the injury. That's right. Man, oh man, we're going to be down another player before the, for a rematch with Dundee. Again, it's going to be at home, and in theory, they're just a 9th-rated team, so we should be able to take them. But yeah, it was 3, I guess it was 3 injured. No, I think it was 4 last game. I think someone came out of the game like without an actual persistent injury, but I feel like 4 people were injured during the course of the game. I don't know, I might be wrong. Daryl Fortis, nicely centered pass to Crawford. Well, it was a little bit behind him, that's okay. Crawford to Forrest, who's going to be able to center it again. There's Stevenson. Back to Doherty. He's not going to shoot from here. That'd be crazy. Nice and wide to Caleb Crane, who moves in, centers it to Forrest. Oh my god! I can't believe that didn't go in. I mean, I have to give all the credit to the goalkeeper there, and even then, getting his hands on it, he barely even deflected it from the far post. I've seen shots like that get sort of deflected and go in over and over and over again. Thomas got a really good opportunity here. There's a lot of bodies in the way. Forrest, another beautiful shot. This goalkeeper is on fire. He's just leaping left and right to block these things. I'm stunned. I'm stunned it's not like 4-1. Absolutely stunned. Magat gets his head on it. He gets cleared. Wright picks it up. I'm a little, you know, Stevenson, I know you were just trying to get sort of your position, but I'm kind of disappointed you didn't go for the ball. Another free kick here. Okay, that's a fun way to generate a corner, I've got to say. Just aim straight for that guy's body and get it to deflect off of him. It's probably, oh, it's Caleb Crane taking the corner. All right. Thinking about it. Let's go. Okay, gets deflected away. Will that be a throw-in for us? Probably. All right, we've got some people definitely getting winded here. What I think I'm going to have to do is I'm going to go to full defensive and encourage people to waste some time and just, like, save some juice here because, I mean, we're not going to literal contain. There's still the opportunity of maybe taking an extra shot, but we have to slow down this game because we're going to get too tired, especially if we've got a game soon. Locking it down is mostly okay. Just try not to overextend or cause any weird mistakes to happen. Flanagan picks it up, gets it out of here. Stevenson's able to pick it up. Beautiful play, because I was worried they were going to start another offensive run. Excellently done. I mean, that was partially sort of a first touch error on the other side, but then Stevens seizing the opportunity. Daryl Fortis tries to do his dance past the opposition that he's done so well before, but it doesn't work out. Flanagan picks it up to Crawford. He's got a lot of people to move it up to. Oh, sends it sideways to Ross Doherty. Fair enough. Doherty's going to get up to Forrest. Forrest gets it to Thomas. How many beautiful shots are we getting on goal? I mean, that was, you know, sort of centered sort of on the goalkeeper. Don't get me wrong, but again, it feels like this could easily be a 4-1, 5-1, 6-1 game at this point. I mean, 23 shots, 11 on target. Oh, there's a little time wasting there. I mean, it's partially to prevent, to make it so the other team can't get as many scoring opportunities, but it's partially just to save a little bit of energy for us. We're going to just switching to the low-tempo game here. Daryl Fortis, he might get it knocked away. Yeah, send it back. That's going to be fine. Crawford to Stevenson. Back to Crawford here. I mean, our boys are definitely looking for a goal opportunity. They're not trying. Thomas! I expected. That's exactly what I saw. He'll get inside the box, and he'll probably take a shot from there. You know, kudos. What I don't want to do, we could go for, like, look for overlap, and that might open up more scoring opportunity by having more people there, but I worry that we'd pull too many of my fullbacks out of position. This little header game is kind of hilarious. Does end with them in possession. Hopefully, I don't want to see this end in a draw. Not after, like, so many good opportunities. I mean, don't get me wrong. So that was an important save there, because that was definitely going in. Don't get me wrong. Livingston's had plenty of shots on as well. They definitely have. Oh my god, when that window just popped up like that, it scared the crap out of me, because you don't do that when we're resolving a frickin' corner kick. But I mean, clearly it means nothing happened. So we're going to have 3 minutes extra time. So we're going to add in about around 93. They're on the offense again. Sauvage clears the ball. It is going to be a corner. I'm really concerned here. I don't really care what's happening anymore. Yeah, no, I don't know. I guess I don't have to make any changes. Come on, get the ball out of there. Start an offensive play. We're still on the offense. Centered. McGatt just dumps it deep. Okay. Then they led to an offside. We've got about a minute and a half to go. Ooh, we're not on the offense. Caden's got it wide. He's looking for the cross. He does cross it, but he had no one there anyway. And Savage is easily able to keep it. He'll maybe slow a little bit with the goal kick. No, he's actually quite speedy about that. It's a little bit surprising. And it looks like Livingston's going to start on another offense over here. With a minute and a half left. It's definitely possible we'll see this get tied up. Which, again, would be very disappointing. Oh! An intercepted pass, but doesn't lead to anything. Stevenson. Oh, Thomas is actually going to be able to pick it up. That's really good. So with about a minute left to go, we can keep it in our possession. We don't have to score. Yeah, just kill a little bit of time here. I mean, we're still trying to move it forward somewhat. Over to Forrest. Actually, you can get up to... Oh! That's a little bit dangerous. Magat gets it away from there, but Forrest is not going to be able to play the header game. Flanagan keeps it going. Nice grab by Forrest there. Really beautiful, actually. Doherty sends it forward to Thomas. Thomas is going to have to pass it to someone, isn't he? Gets tackled away there. That makes me a little unpleased that he didn't just pass it away. We've got 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. We've got to counter probably one last offensive play. Mullen sends it wide to Mullen. Wait. Mullen and Mullen. Okay, sure. It's not confusing at all. Magat knocks it away. It's going to be a throw-in, but they only have 20 seconds left. They'll probably be allowed to take this, to finalize this play here. Oh, it took him a while to get the ball. Crane's got possession. If he just dumps it, that's it. 2-1. So, sort of tense at the end. I'm not going to lie about that. Morale's still good. I'm not going to say anything. Post-match analysis. So possession was definitely in our favor most of it. Andy Gigan injured. We're going to take a look at that. Let's see here. In control. How injured is he? What? Hip injury. 2 to 3 months. So 3 months to physio, 2 to 3 months with a specialist. It costs us a little bit of money as well. Yeah, I guess we'll send you to the specialist. Damn, that is a long time. Long time without Andy. Well, Ibu Adams. We might have to be starting you. Poor Ross Doherty's like, you never start me. You don't have any sharpness, though, is the one big concern. Wow. On the bright side, it looks like Craig McGuffey got out of here with no persistent injury. Hopefully Vincent will be ready. Return to full training tomorrow. We got 4 days until we meet Dundee. He'll probably be limited to something like 45 minutes, but we'll see how it goes. Huh. Oh, I said I was gonna take a look at the goals per 90 minutes marker over here. So Jamie Thomas going down a bit. Craig McGuffey down a little as well. See, Pope is at 34. But we have a lot of people in the mid-20s here, and I think like that's I'm kind of keen on that. That people have. I like that we can score from multiple places. I mean, Gary Fraser has been scoring just as much per minute, basically, as Vincent LeBaron here, which is really wonderful to see. Sean McKenzie, he's loaned away to another team in a lower tier, so it's, don't pay attention to that particular stat. But now Craig McGuffey hasn't scored in a little while, but he did, score relatively recently, and I still think that he's a strong player. And I think as a false nine, he's been proving to be really good at connecting up our team. So next video is going to be our rematch against Dundee United in the Scottish Cup, with us, tired and potentially down some players. So hopefully we're okay. Let me double check that I did actually change McGuffey's training to be focused on false nine, and I did. Excellent. He's still working on first touch, which is up to double digits, which is nice to see. So, I think that's still a fairly important trait for him. Make sure he can actually get the ball on there. If his finishing can get up to 10, and it has been climbing, which is good. So his finishing can get up to 10, I would also be exceptionally pleased with that. But overall, things are going up. He's still got some potential. It's clearly worth a heck of a lot. I feel a little bit bad, because I know that if we had allowed the transfer to go through to the Hibs, Craig would be getting paid a lot. Because right now, he's getting paid £220 per week. It's nothing. That's nothing. With what the pound is worth right now in real life, this is what, something like 300 American, 350 Canadian, like somewhere around there, if that, per week. Yeah, some people said he's making less than minimum wage. Yeah, I think he is. This is full time too. So he's working like a night shift or something. So he's getting paid peanuts. Well, there's like the loyalty bonus, the appearance fee, the bonus, the goal bonus. Yeah, so I mean he gets paid an extra $65 every time he plays. So you know, it's not like there's not a few extra incentives, but he is like, it's like slave labor we're putting this guy into. So yeah, if Ebu Adams starts for us, again, his sharpness will be low, and he's not super familiar with our particular tactic over here. But 22 years old, good natural fitness. Tackling is a 9. I mean, it could be a little bit better, but it's not terrible. Working on a first touch, I think that's okay. Yeah, hold on. Let's see here. Oops, no. Overview is what I want. And we'll probably play him as a ball-winning midfielder, so let's make sure that he's specifically looking to train at that. It's his most comfortable role, but it's going to emphasize certain things. Yeah, wouldn't mind a little bit more first touch. It's not literally the most important thing, though, for him. I'm actually wondering if we shouldn't just improve his tackling, because it'll make him more effective at tackling, but also less likely to draw a foul. One of the things I've been meaning to check is, Andy Gigan, how good is your actual tackling? It's only a 10, and I think that's one of the reasons he tends to draw a lot of yellow cards here. Long-term plan would prefer a coaching role with a view to get into management. I'm wondering, when's your contract expire? Do we renew his contract? Is an interesting question. I mean, he'll be over the injury first. It's not like he's got an 8-month injury or something like that, in which case I probably wouldn't renew the contract. But I wonder if he's, like, starting to run out of juice here for the aggressive role. Like, maybe he has to be retrained as a generic central midfielder, which the game keeps encouraging me to try to do. I don't know. I don't know. Wow, these injuries, though. When's Gary back? Full training in 5 days. Well, hopefully, Vincent the Flying Red LeBaron will be available for the Dundee United match. It might be limited to 45 minutes, in which case we'll probably just use him as a substitute. We might start Alan Forrest. Again, Alan Forrest in the left wing is a little bit on the awkward side. Is there anyone else? I mean, I could cancel Steven's loan, but the injury's not long enough to warrant that. We could consider starting Isaac Vassell or something, but his sharpness is so low, I think that would be bad. I think the best bet is actually to start Alan Forrest. He's got decent sharpness, and it would actually increase his sharpness for future, you know, roles to use him for. So I think that'll be okay. So we'll see how Vincent does. Anyway, we'll have to wait until the next episode. This one's gone quite long, mostly because of all the talk at the start. Maybe I should have sold Craig McGuffey. You know, 2 months worth of salary he would have paid for. And he's not literally, like, he scored the most goals, but not the most goals per minute. He is, I know he's a good player. And Hibernian know he's a good player as well. If they come back with another offer that's more, I might have to say yes. Especially if I negotiate, you know, a portion of, you know, his next sale or something like that. We'll see. What would be really funny is if we sold him to the Hibs, and the Hibs were got promoted to the next league, and then were willing to loan Craig McGuffey back to us, which could absolutely happen. We'll see how it goes. Just in case, what I might start doing is, probably won't be in time for this transfer window, unfortunately, but what we could do, well, maybe still, is say, hey, what if we found another striker, and specifically, I don't want best position. Well, sort of. I just want someone who's good as a false 9. No one in the list, huh? Okay. Well, we might just not know. That might be part of it. But these are free transfer Free transfer strikers. Now, we don't know what their, weekly salary demands might be. But, like, if we focused on some of these fellows with high natural fitness, the younger ones would be especially tempting here. So, like, 35, we might say no. 31, there's still a lot of possibility there. No, he's a little too rough, but maybe these guys. And we could do a little bit of scouting. I think there's only a week left worth of stuff. We can get an initial scouting report on them anyway, and then see what we can get, because we have, like, basically no knowledge of them whatsoever. All right, well, thank you very much for watching, folks, and I'll see you guys next time.